Hey everybody, Anita here. Welcome to my channel. I have a mani to share with you today that I posted on Instagram. More Than Nail Varnish, Relika saw it and asked if I had a tutorial for it, and I told her I would do one for her this weekend, and so here it is for you, Relika. I hope you enjoy it. These are the products that I'll be using for this mani. I have two base coats here. The first is the peel off, and the second is that Colores de Carol. That's a ridge filler. It's a beautiful, beautiful ridge filler. I really like it a lot. I also have the China Glaze Grow on the Glow and this beautiful picture polish in Mossy. I have two dotting tools here since I'll be doing some dots on my nails, and of course the Seche Vite for my top coat. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with the China Glaze, and I'm going to be using a detail brush and just a small palette, you see, just to put my polishes on. I'm using the detail brush because it is an easier way for me to get the line that I want going across my nail. I'm going to do these two polishes in a diagonal, so I'm going to have a lighter color and then a darker color. This theme actually came from a collab that I do on Instagram. It's the AZ Nail Art Challenge, and what we do is go through the alphabet and the host chooses a theme for each letter of the alphabet. We are up to T. We're actually up to U now, but the last one was T, and it was two polishes. And so when I saw what the theme was, I'm like, two polishes, what could I possibly do for that? Usually in a mani, sometimes if you're not doing like decals or something like that, sometimes you only use maybe two polishes or three. So I remembered seeing this mani for the first time on Kelly Marissa's YouTube channel, and I thought it was so beautiful, really easy to do, but such a beautiful design. It looks a lot more intricate than it really is, and it fit the theme that I needed, and so that's why I decided to do it. So I'm glad that Relika asked me to do it for you, because this is my first YouTube video that I've done in a few weeks. You guys may have noticed that I've been absent. I had really bad shoulder pain, and I was unable to do my nails at all. I did force myself to do it a couple of times, but it really killed me. I've never had pain like this, but I am on the mend. I have had an injection in my shoulder. I'm doing exercise and physical therapy. I am still out of work, but I should be going back pretty soon. So I'm just happy to be able to do my nails without pain or having to take anything, you know, like I stressed my shoulders out. So I'm more than happy to share this with you today. Now I'll be doing the opposite colors on the next finger, just so that they're not too matchy-matchy. I like a little bit where they're not really matchy-matchy. So I'm only going to be doing the dotting design on 3 of my fingers. That center finger, you see, has a patch on it. I don't know if you can see that well. I did break it right at the level of the skin, and I'm not ready to cut it off yet. You see my right hand, if you can see it at all, they're all short on that hand because I had the same type of break on my ring finger, and I went to do something and it just broke. So it did break straight across. Thankfully it didn't tear into the skin or anything like that. That really is painful. But my right hand is the shorties, and my left hand for now are the longer nails. Once I get back to work, that's going to change because I'm going to have to cut them down, but I'm just going to let them go, see how long they get. Now for the second color polish, I'm just going to polish the lighter one on, and if you guys can do this with the brush from the actual polish itself, that's fantastic. You can do that and save yourself a little bit more time. I'm not really quite that good yet, so I just wanted to make sure that I got as close as I can without overlapping or, you know, muddying those two colors together. So that's why I chose to use the detail brush, but you do whatever works best for you. Like I said, this mani is really pretty. It's a lot of fun to do too. I could see this in colors for the holiday, red and white for Christmas, or white and gold for a wedding or special occasion. The color possibilities are endless. It's really beautiful, really pretty mani. So again, I'm really happy to share it with you. I will have all the information in the description box below of the polishes that I'm using, so I hope you guys will check that out, as well as my social media information I have there. So if you guys see anything on my Instagram feed and you want to know how to do it, just drop me a comment and I'll be more than happy to do it for you. Now I'm going to be doing 2 coats of each color on these nails. Clean up after each coat, and then I'm going to top coat them with the Seche Vite. That's going to smooth everything out. Right now they look a little textured, and I don't mind the texture so much really. I just was a little impatient and wanted to get them done before they were completely dry, so that's why they look like that. On the index finger and the pinky, I'm just going to be doing the green and the gold, or the champagne, whatever that color is. It's beautiful. That base coat is really nice. The ridge filler, it makes your nail nice and smooth. My nails are really ridged, and I was using another ridge filling base coat for a while, and it did okay, but you could still see the ridges through the polish. This one is smooth. It's like a smooth canvas, really nice. Dries pretty quickly too. Here comes my top coat. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. It's been a little while. And if you click the little girl icon, if this is your first time here, that will subscribe you to my channel. Doesn't cost anything. Click on the bell icon and you'll be notified every time I upload a video, and that's usually once a week. Beautiful. Don't forget to cap your free edge. Really nice. Okay, so now I'm going to do the dots. I hope you can understand. If not, just rewatch the video and you'll get it. It's not really that hard. I'm going to take that first line with the largest dotting tool, and I'm going to put that dot right on the separating line. Then I'm going to take the next smaller size, and I'm going to go to the second row, which I'm going to put that dot between the dots of the first row. I'm going to go to the next smallest tool and do the same exact thing. So that just makes your dotacure look a little more organized, instead of like a little crazy and all over the place. So again, the largest tool right on the line, and then the next smallest tool between the dots of the prior line, just below, and so on. Really, really pretty. I'm very pleased with this. Now, of course, it wouldn't be me if I wasn't at a frame for at least one finger, right? Sorry about that. Reload your palette often with your polish, because especially when you're doing the dots, if the polish starts to dry out, what will happen is you'll get like very thin polish threads. That's what I call them. It's like a line between the wet polish and the dry polish, and it will go on your mani where you don't want it, and it just leaves like this line of color. So reload often and try to always use it when it's wet. Now for the contrast, you see what I'm doing? I'm just taking my largest dotting tool and I'm putting my dot between the first dots that I did in the contrasting color. And they look like they're kind of like bleeding into each other. That's why I love this one so much. It's really like a little mind trippy. I like it. So again, the darker color is going to go between the dots that I put on the first time in the other color. I hope that makes sense. And then so on down the nail until you get to the end. Really pretty. This is fun. I enjoy doing this one a lot. Now you see on this one, I'm just going to take a little small dotting tool and just put a little dot, because I guess if you call it the channel, I don't know, the area between the contrast dot wasn't wide, like the first dots were a little too close together, so that little dot just gave them a little bit more delineation of how they look like they're flowing together, if that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. Now I will be doing just one more little design on the pinky and index finger, and then that's this one done. Now I did smear this finger before I put the top coat on, so in my final photos it may look a little bit different. I did have to go in and touch that up because I did smear it. I was impatient. I didn't wait for it to dry fully before I went to put my top coat on, so please forgive me. I'm just glad to be back. And that's this one done. Again, if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I want to thank you so much for your patience with me while I was away. And again, I'm glad to be back. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.